everybody. It is Saturday, February 15th. My name is Karen and this is BobbleHeadKnits. Forgot who I was. Happens. All right. Welcome to everybody, whether you're new here or you've been around. I really do appreciate that you're all here watching, and we're going to dive right in after I have a sip of coffee. Hang on. This is my lovely heart mug that I got from Woolberry Fiber. It's beautiful. Love it. And I'm going to show you what else I got from her today. But first, let's talk about a little something that's been on my mind, and then we'll get into the whips and all that stuff. So, last week, after I vlogged, I was watching a few other vloggers, and I have not had a lot of time to watch vlogs the last couple weeks, so I was kind of getting caught up, and watching vlogs. And a couple vloggers, popular vloggers, who I love dearly, I love watching them, were apologizing for things that they had previously done on their podcast, but they were things like taking a drink of coffee, breathing, rustling paper, and people had left them mean comments about that. And that really ticked me off. I was just like, have you not heard about that old adage that if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all? That really irritated me, and I just wanted to put this out there that if you are commenting on anyone's vlogs, whether it's mine or whoever, let's try to be positive and let's leave the rude comments. Like, don't do them. If you feel the need to leave a rude comment, don't watch those vlogs, don't leave the comment. That's all you have to do. You don't have to, get the last word in before you stop watching. Just don't do it. Okay? There, I said it. That's been on my mind, and I just wanted to get that out there. As long as we're on the comments, or the topic of comments, I've had some wonderful comments from some of you. I'm very fortunate because I have a very small viewership, which I'm totally fine with. And I have some wonderful people that watch every week, and they leave me comments, and we have ongoing discussions, and it just makes my day when I read these wonderful comments. And I wanted to thank you all for that, because that is just really, some of you don't realize, I might be having a terrible day and work and life and all that, and then I get this wonderful comment from you, and it just makes my whole week. So thank you for those. And for those of you who have ever left me a mean comment, which I don't think any of you have, I'm very fortunate that way, but just don't do it, and don't do it to other people. But those of you leaving nice comments, thank you so much. It really does. It means a lot to me. So, all right, let's get on with things, shall we? All right, I have no finished objects, no surprise there. I do have some things that are close. Okay, this is not close. Well, it could be, but it's not. It's my husband's formerly known as Valentine's sweater / Christmas sweater. It is now his St. Patrick's Day sweater. Yeah, okay, there. All right, yeah, it's not done, but that's okay. There it is. I actually knit quite a bit on it. This is the Dustland sweater by Stephen West. I was right where this marker is last week, so I've knit quite a bit. Let me see if I can hold it better. There it is. I'm knitting this in Shibui Knits Haven. The colorway is Caper, and you can't get this anymore because they've retired. Although there is Madeline Tosh has some of their colorways that they're still dyeing, but not this one. So I'm holding it double. It's DK weight yarn. I'm holding it double to get worsted weight. And yes, you heard me right. It was the Christmas sweater. It became the Valentine sweater. And none of those things, it never got done. So it's now St. Patrick's Day sweater. I actually absolutely have to get this done now because, and I'm going to tell you the story now real quick. My husband and I just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary, and every year since the first year when we got married, he's written me a poem for our anniversary. And he didn't this year, but he had a good excuse. He had surgery a few weeks ago and he wasn't feeling great. So he didn't write me a poem, and he knew I was kind of sad about that. So I had said to him on our anniversary, I'll finish your sweater when I get my poem. And then he showed up to dinner last night on Valentine's with a poem. So I need to finish his sweater now. So it was very sweet. It might have been the best poem ever because it was just a spontaneous, funny poem, and we had a good laugh about it. So, yes. All right. I am knitting that in, I think it's the equivalent of extra large. I can't remember what the number is on Stephen West's numbering system, sizing system, but it's coming along. It's fun knitting. It's just that you really have to focus because the pattern is constantly changing. So I have had to like really make sure that I'm focused on it when I'm knitting on it. So, all right, next up, I'm going to have to bend over here. Hang on. All right. Next up is my sock project. Not my February socks, just my socks. I have quit naming socks by month because I don't usually finish them in a month. But it's coming along. Again, I have I have about an inch to go before they're both equal because I am knitting 2 at a time socks. Hang on, let me show them to you. Just let me get untangled here because I'm, whatever. All right, this is the one I'm currently working on. I'm knitting 2 at a time, but on 2 different needles. So I have about an inch to go before they're both at the same point. These are the DRK Everyday Socks by Andrea Mowry. They're toe up socks and with a fleegle heel. I haven't done toe up socks in quite a few years, and I have never done a fleegle heel that I know of, so it will be something different. The yarn on that is just gorgeous. Look at that. Yes. And that is James Makes Yarn in the colorway Toasted Marshmallow. And this is a 2022 holiday colorway. I don't know if he still sells this or not. I haven't looked to see. I'm doing the heels and toes in Soccer Mom Knits in these colors. And then I'm going to do the cuff in this purple, which I don't even know what the colorway is for, or what yarn that is. It's just something I had in my stash. So yes, they're coming along. And they won't be done next week, but they might be at least to the heel, so that'll be good. All right, next up, my project that might be done next week is my muscle burra. Here it is. I am really close. I have like maybe an inch to go before I start the decrease. And look at that yarn. That is gorgeous. I'm trying to make sure the yarn doesn't go in my coffee. This is mustache yarn in the colorway Cormorby. And basically you're knitting a big tube and you fold it in on itself. And so your sock weight yarn becomes a DK weight yarn. And this is for me. And I really want to get this done because now is the time of year that I really would be wearing this. So yes, and it's kind of a cold, dreary day today. So I might just work on this to try to get it done. So yes, I only have like this much yarn left. Yeah. So, all right. That might be done next week, but I'm not promising anything because we know how life is. All right, next up, let's talk about acquisitions. I did not buy anything new, but I had my Galentine's box from Woolberry Fiber. Woolberry Fiber, hang on, more coffee. Don't come at me for slurping here, okay? All right, Woolberry Coffee is a Colorado-based dyer, and she is very environmentally friendly, and the colors are beautiful. Let me just tell you. So this was in the box. I showed it to you last week. And then it was a 8-day Advent for Valentine's. And I'm just going to hold up, well, I'll just do them one at a time and stick them on this needle so you will eventually be able to see them all looking all beautiful. This is the first color, which I did show you this color last week. It's called Pucker Up. It is like a reddish, pinkish, purplish color. It is so, look at that. Ooh, it's so beautiful. I love this color. I almost bought, she has all of these colors now available in her shop as 100 gram skeins. I almost bought a sweater's quantity of this, but I did not. I behaved myself. The second color is Sweetheart. I'll stick it on here so you can see. There it is. Third color is Darling. Next up is Soulmate. Gorgeous. Another color that I would buy sweater quantities of. If I didn't have too many sweater quantities not being knitted, I would have done nuts on these. She just put the 100 gram skeins up yesterday in her shop so you can buy them. But she has others too. And she does small batches, so I am keeping an eye out for what she does next. Next colorway, day 5, was XOXO. There it is. And then the 100 gram skein was Galentine Party. And this is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. And then she also sent this, it's like you could put like rings on it, or you could hold stitch markers. I'm gonna hold stitch markers with it, but it's a heart and it's ceramic and it's handmade and it's beautiful. So yes, so really happy with that project, or with that Advent that I got. And this was kind of a gift to myself for Valentine's, and yeah, I would do it again. All right. I do have, my husband told me this week that I have a yarn budget now. Yes, yarn budget, not so much as in you can only spend this amount, but now like it's accounted for. So every month I get to like spend that money however I want to do it, you know. But this month I don't think I'm gonna buy anything because next month is my birthday month, and there's something that I think I might be getting. I might use that money and put it towards something for myself. So we'll see, but we'll talk about it next month if it happens. And if not, oh well. All right, I'm saying if it happens because I need to, like, there's something that I want that really I don't need, but I'm just going back and forth on it with myself. It's like, should I just splurge and get it or not? But we'll see. Okay. That's it as far as the yarny stuff. So if you are not sticking around, thank you for stopping by. Like and subscribe because it does help the algorithm find me and all that stuff. And I hope to see you next week. And all right, life stuff. Nothing huge going on in life stuff. It was just more crazy, busy work stuff. My usual, you know, nothing new. Hanging out with Atticus a little bit later today, and we hung out yesterday too. Atticus, for those of you who are new here, is my grandson who is 22 months old, and just a hoot. He has really like become more like a toddler as opposed to a baby all of a sudden. So it was like one day he was a little baby, and then it was like, oh, here's this, you know, actual child who you interact with and all that. So yeah, but I do spend a lot of time with him. He just lives like 3 houses down, so I do see him quite a bit. All right, so we're doing that this weekend. We did go out to celebrate our anniversary and Valentine's, and that was lovely. We were talking about how we need to do it more because we used to go out all the time, like, and have like date night and all that, and we haven't been doing that as much, and we need to get back in the habit of that. So that was nice. I got my poem. What else? Nothing else. I ranted about mean people on the internet, so I already did that. Other things. Oh, okay. Let's talk reading and watching, specifically reading. So I left Goodreads, and the reason I left Goodreads is because I found out that they're owned by Amazon, which I did not know. I am trying to divest myself of all things Amazon related because I don't agree with a lot of their policies, and it was just time. So I know a lot of you aren't, you know, you also might not agree with their policies, and some of you are just not in a place where you can leave them behind. And I'm not saying I will never order from Amazon again, but I'm trying not to. So, and that includes things like Goodreads, right? And Whole Foods, which that broke my heart. Leaving Whole Foods was hard. I decided, because I was leaving Goodreads, I was like, well, I still need to use something like Goodreads. So I went and found a new version of Goodreads, which it's been around and some of you use it. It's called Storygraph. So I switched to that. It has everything that Goodreads has, and it has, I think, a much more design-wise, a beautiful presentation of all your books. So you can like download all your data from Goodreads and add it to, like, it'll automatically import into Storygraph. I did not do that because I didn't really care, but if you want to do that, you can. And my name on Storygraph, if you want to follow me, is Bobblehead Reads as opposed to Bobblehead Knits. And yeah, it was a good change. I just decided, you know, if I'm gonna break the ties with Amazon and Jeff Bezos, then I should do it. So yeah, go find me on there if you're on there. Other things. Oh, I finished 2 books. I finished Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I immediately started Iron Flame. I really am enjoying that series, and I wish I had read it last year when everyone else was reading it, but I didn't. So I'm playing catch up. I will probably finish Iron Flame this week and then get right into Onyx Black or whatever, you know, the latest one that came out a few weeks ago. And my library actually has that one available to listen to, but I think I'm going to buy that one because I bought the other 2 as ebooks, so I might as well just buy the 3rd one as an ebook, right? I also finished a Frida McFadden book called The Boyfriend. I started listening to books again. I was doing that a lot before, but now I'm like, I'm going to start listening to books. So that was one that I listened to. I didn't really care for it. I go back and forth on Frida McFadden because sometimes you just need that kind of book, but she's not a good writer, and like the storyline's stupid. So, you know, back and forth. So yeah, but I finished those 2 this week. All right, watching, nothing new. Just we watched The Jackal, a couple episodes of that, and that's it. So. All right, I'm going to go now because it is Saturday, which is technically my Sunday because I work on Sundays. So I'm going to go get some stuff done around the house and all that. Thank you for letting me, you know, preach a little bit at the beginning and middle, and yeah. But I hope everyone has a great week, and take care of yourself, take care of others, and keep knitting. Bye.